Hello family, welcome back to my channel. First off, happy new year everyone. Thank you so much for staying on this journey with me so far. If you're a subscriber and you've been here from the very time that I started YouTube, I can't thank you enough. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and I thank you just as much. This new year has so much in store for us, and I have so much quality content to give out. I can only ask you guys to stay with me as I continue to dish out this content. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about all of the things that I did in the past year that helped me to grow my natural hair longer. I'm going to be placing emphasis on length because in previous years I've been focused on the health of my hair, and I've always been focused on the health of my hair, but for last year in particular I made it a point of duty to focus on the length of my hair. So yeah, I was focused on the health of my hair, but my hair is healthy. I wanted to make sure that I got my hair to grow significantly longer, and I was able to do that. My hair is currently in 2 pigtails and I washed it today as well. I'm going to insert reference pictures at intervals just so that you guys can relate with everything that I'm going to be talking about in this video. This is a picture of my hair at the beginning of the year 2021, and this is a picture of my hair now, so you guys can see the difference in length. Was I able to achieve my hair length goal? I didn't set a particular hair length goal that I was working towards, but I just knew that I wanted the length to be significantly longer than it was at the start of the year. This was new territory for me because typically I don't focus on the length of my hair, but I told myself I've been 6 years natural and I really need to start focusing on the length of my hair so that I can actually get to that waist length, because eventually my ultimate hair length goal is waist length. So I want to make sure that I get to waist length, and I get to waist length in good time. So I'm going to just highlight all of the things that I did that helped me to get longer hair in 2021. And without further ado, let's get to talking about these things. There are 7 things that I'm going to be listing out today, and I'm going to try as much as I can to go into detail about all of these things. Every one of these things are things that we are familiar with, because there are things that are repeatedly mentioned in the natural hair community. There are things that we always emphasize that we do, that's we naturals. There are things that you definitely must do as a routine and over an extended period of time if you want to see any significant growth at all. So without further ado, the very first thing that I'm going to be mentioning is a healthy hair regimen. Healthy hair regimen is one thing, maintaining that healthy hair regimen is another thing. If you watch my videos frequently and you read the write-ups in the description box, you're going to see that I always write that for everything that I post, for every video that I post, if you're going to be attempting what's in the video, you want to attempt it for at least a period of 3 months, unless stated otherwise. A period of 3 months is long enough for you to use something and be able to tell whether it's working for your hair or not. Now, when it comes to having and maintaining a healthy hair regimen, there are several things that are involved. A healthy hair regimen is simply all of the steps that you perform on your hair so that your hair grows as healthy as possible. And these things range from shampooing your hair to detangling your hair to conditioning your hair to deep conditioning to moisturizing and then protective styling. For me, I typically work with a 7-step regimen, which includes detangling first, and then shampooing, detangling again, and then applying my conditioner, detangling again, and then moisturizing my hair. Deep conditioning, right? Yeah, deep conditioning and then moisturizing. I wash my hair every single week. I do all of these 7 things that I've stated on my wash days. And guys, I'm going to tell you that since I started to stick with my regimen and actually do all of these things, my hair has grown so much better than it was doing previously. So if you're looking to start a regimen for your hair, if you don't already have one, I definitely recommend these 7 steps. The first one is detangling, especially because our type of hair is kinky. Some of us have more kinky hair than the other, and even if your hair is not as kinky as the type 4 category, as long as you have a curly head of hair, you would need to detangle your hair. So I definitely recommend trying this 7-step routine. Just try it first and then you see if that works for you. If it does, that's perfectly fine. If you feel like it's too much procedure, you can take out whatever you need to take out, but I don't recommend that you take out deep conditioning and conditioning. So you may need to adjust 1 or 2 things to suit you, but otherwise I recommend these 7 steps. For shampooing, you need to shampoo your hair with a good product and make sure you shampoo your hair when necessary. When necessary, because you may not particularly need to shampoo every single wash day, but I definitely advise that to get rid of all of the products build up, you shampoo as frequently as you need to. Also need to take your time and detangle your hair properly. Detangling is one process that you cannot rush through. To avoid breakage, I typically recommend that you detangle your hair in sections to make the job easier for you, especially if your hair is long. And then there is conditioner. Conditioner is one step that you absolutely do not need to skip. Conditioner is the step after shampoo and after detangling. I said detangling because for me, the shampoo that I use enables me to detangle my hair. So what I do is most of the time I apply my product for deep conditioning before my shampoo. When you apply your products for deep conditioning before your shampoo, it's known as the pre-poo. So when I do that, I go ahead and I detangle my hair before I shampoo, and then whilst I shampoo, I still go ahead and detangle my hair, just comb through my hair, because the shampoo that I use makes it easy for me to do so. I use the black soap shampoo that I make, and all of the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video where products are concerned are on my channel here. I make all of the products that I apply on my hair. I make everything from shampoo to deep conditioner. The only thing that I don't make that I apply to my hair is conditioner, and you do not need to be skipping your conditioner because it's what's going to revitalize your hair. It's what's going to replenish the lost moisture and the lost nutrients which the shampoo has stripped your hair of, and it's also going to soften your hair and enable the detangling process to be easier. And then we have deep conditioning. Guys, I was sleeping on deep conditioning until this year. I literally just started deep conditioning consistently this year. I was deep conditioning before, but maybe once a month, once in 2 months, just randomly here and there. But I started making it a point of duty to deep condition my hair every single wash day. And when I tell you, it has had such a tremendous impact on the way that my hair has grown. The effect of deep conditioning can never be overstated, guys. Anybody that tells you you can grow your hair without deep conditioning, please don't listen to them. Deep condition as much as you can, and with the right products that actually go to work on your hair, and you feel the products go to work on your hair, whether it's softening your hair, whether it's conditioning your hair. You would always feel these products work, and you would always be able to tell when there is something a bit off or when you need to discontinue a product. So deep conditioning is definitely a must do as far as your hair regimen is concerned. I also want to point out that you would need to choose your hair products carefully. It's just like the food that we consume. Hair products are very important because you don't want to apply just anything to your hair. You want to be sure that whatever it is you're applying to your hair is actually nourishing your hair and adding more nutrients instead of taking away from your hair. For people who are not too familiar with natural hair products, you may need to go through 1 or 2 brands trying to find the perfect product, and you may not always find the perfect product at the first or the second or the third try. You would need to look through the ingredients. You definitely don't need to go purchasing expensive fancy products in order to grow your hair. You can make do with the ingredients that are available in your own country. Especially patronize your local brands. They are typically more affordable than the imported luxury brands of hair products. So you can patronize your local brands, and also if you feel like those aren't working for you, you can always switch to the traditional African methods of growing hair. And I have several tutorials on all of the methods that I use traditionally. If you're not satisfied with what I have on my channel, you can definitely go ahead and check out other natural hair YouTubers until you find somebody that you feel in tune with. My third point is you can go ahead and incorporate hair vitamins if you need to. I started taking hair vitamins this year, and some of the brands that I have taken so far are Puritan's Pride. I purchased that on Jumia. This is what it looks like. So I purchased that, and that was what I was taking consistently before Keratin Hair Care sent me their hair vitamins. So if you feel like your hair is not strong enough and you feel like your deep conditioning isn't working for you, you may also need to take capsules or pills or just some form of medication or the other to help boost your hair growth along. And then be on schedule with your trims. Guys, trims are another thing that you absolutely need. As bad as it gets, you should trim your hair at least once a year. I trim a minimum of 2 times a year. You don't have to overdo it. Just make sure that you're getting rid of all the split ends, you're dusting off the knots, you're taking out those tangles which detangling cannot get rid of. That's what trimming does for you. And trimming also enables you to actually see and appreciate the new hair growth once you've taken out the old hair growth that is not making any progress. And then we have moisturizing. We keep on drumming about moisturizing repeatedly. You cannot grow your hair without moisturizing it. You cannot grow your hair without moisturizing it. Your hair needs water, especially our kinky African hair. Our hair needs water. You need to be constantly feeding your hair with water. And I'm not even talking about leave-in conditioners or all of these products that are water-based hair products. You need to feed your hair with water, which is one of the reasons I wash my hair so frequently, to make sure that my hair is never dried out. You need to ensure that your hair is also never dried out, and just always be sure that you moisturize your hair as frequently as 3 times a week if you can. Do 1 to 2 times a week, and that is enough for me at this point. But if you feel like you need to do more, you can definitely go ahead and do more. Whatever works for you, make sure you do that. And then we have protective styles. Guys, protective styles are one of the parts of natural hair journeys that people tend to miss. You can be doing everything right, but once you miss out on how to make your protective styles correctly, you can set yourself back by several feet. So you want to make sure that you have just one person who installs all of your hairstyles. That's my #1 recommendation. Have one person that does all of your hairstyles. And also, if the person is not natural hair familiar, you can teach the person how to do your own hair. You can show the person what you need done, what you like done, the products you'd like to use, the styles you prefer, and just generally how to work with your own hair. Some of the protective styles that I have done include braids. My most typical protective style, and the protective style that I have done the most this year, is just these chunky braids here. I don't add anything to my hair. I make these chunky braids, and every time that I make these braids, I put my hair in a bun, and then I just wrap it and I'm good to go. So I have made protective styles consistently almost every week this year. I change my protective styles every single week because I wash my hair every single week. So once I'm done with my wash day, I put my hair in a new protective style, and it stays in that protective style until the next wash day. And last but not least, consistency, patience, and vigilance. We're all used to hearing consistency and patience, but I don't think anybody really talks about vigilance. Vigilance is paying attention to every single thing that you do and making sure that the things that you're doing are actually working. Because trust me, you can put in a lot of hard work into growing your hair, and then just a little mistake and you lose everything. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your products, to even your regimen, and to the people who install your protective styles. If you do everything yourself, you're even at a greater advantage because you can monitor everything that you do from start to finish without any problems. And that's really it for this video, guys. These are the things that I have done this past year that have really helped my hair growth journey, that have helped me increase my length from this to this. And I hope you guys decide to practice these things. If you feel like these things are things that you would like to do or like to incorporate in your hair growth journey, kindly let me know in the comment section. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Kindly give this video a thumbs up to help with engagement, to enable people who need to see content like this to see it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.